This question's for Jordan. Jordan, one, how are you feeling coming back?
Man, trying to get my win back, that's for sure. But I feel good. Feel like game by game, starting to get my rhythm back. Still trying to get my legs back. Obviously, 3 for 14 is unacceptable, but I'm just happy to be back out there and doing what I can.
Yeah, I think you're finding your stride, and you found 10 assists tonight as well, which I think is a positive in that. Can you just walk us through like your thought process when you're out there finding those open lanes and teammates? Like what allows you to kind of get those ball in those kind of tight spaces that you've been able to be so successful with?
I'm just reading the floor and seeing what the defense gives me. That's just simple basketball, honestly, not trying to do too much and over dribble, just taking what the defense gives me and trying to be aggressive in that and making sure I'm setting up my teammates. I know that I can get to the paint, so just trying to be as creative, get into the paint, drawing attention, kicking out to my shooters, and just thankful that my teammates were able to knock it down.
Great game tonight. John, great game tonight, Maya. This question is for Jordan. I wanted to know what was the hardest part about being away from the team during that time, and what did you learn while you were away?
It's always hard being on the bench and being injured. You know, you want to be out there with your teammates battling. So I think that's, what I missed most is just being out there on the floor with my teammates, being able to celebrate and just contribute. But honestly, what I've learned is just keep using my voice and just trying to make an impact, trying to help Pal as much as I can when she's out there taking on the point guard position. I'm just trying to just talk to my teammates as much as I can, telling them what I see, how I can bring energy with my voice. So that's just something consistent that I've been trying to do since I've been here, whether I'm playing or whether I'm not.
Maya, a big scoring game for you off the bench, but also you look at the leading offensive rebounders for the entire game. You have Bree Jones with six, then you with three. Is that a case of you out there just doing whatever you can to kind of stay on the floor and help the team?
Yeah, most definitely. That's part of my role that's been communicated to me, and it's something that I love to do. So it becomes pretty easy to just fly in there and grab some rebounds just to make sure that we're getting extra possessions and doing what I can for the team.
Maya, this question is for you. Sparks obviously jumped out on that 10-0 run to start the game, and a lot of the first quarter you guys came back. It was from the bench led by you. What did you see out there, and how were you able to take advantage of just going against their bench and being able to outscore them?
Defensively, they're just some miscommunications, things that we know how to fix, things we've done before. And offensively, just slow start. We were getting the looks that we wanted to. So going into the game, I knew to just, keep that energy going, just jump right into that flow. And I kind of just knew the ball would fall eventually for us.
JC, this team is about tempo. How important is that to get the ball up and down the floor? You saw tonight 5 players with double figures, spreading the ball out, the assists. Just talk about the tempo of the game tonight and how did it help y'all win this game tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we're really good in transition when we can get stops and we can get out and push. I believe there's no team in this league that can keep up with us when we're constantly pushing the pace. And so we just have to use that as a reminder. Obviously, within the game, you gotta pick and choose your moments, but for the most part, we want to try and push it, whether that's open threes or getting to the paint, attacking for dump offs into our posts. We just want to be as consistent as we can be in that because everybody on this team is a three-level scorer, in my opinion. So just being able to just do what we can, but pushing the pace is our strength. So we just have to be consistent.
And my question for you, what was the game plan against Kelsey tonight, and what did y'all do after she had that hot start to maybe slow her down a little bit toward the end of the game?
Yeah, Kelsey, great player. We know that she has a very strong left hand, so our game plan was try to just level sit on her left hand, force her to go right, and help off some players so that we can force her to make other decisions. Again, she's great, so she got off to a hot start, but we were able to make a few adjustments and lean on each other for that help side, and turned out pretty good.
Maya, this question's for you. I wanted to ask you about Bree Jones. She had another double double. She's also been having a block party as of late in these several games. So, what do you think makes Bree so special on the floor?
Bree is obviously a vet in this game. She knows the ins and out on both ends of the floor. Um, we give her the ball because she does her job and she does it well. Um, so I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. She's a great player. We trust her. She trusts us to give her the ball so she can do that, and she helps us win every game that we do. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all have a good one.
Good. Where we at?
It's this middle of the week game. Anyway,
We'll see what we can do, but
had
just-
to get home, so I had
Oh, that's
you know,
nice.
watch for my kiddos. That's all.
yeah. Uh, good win for us for sure. I thought we had a really good second quarter. We pushed the pace. We had the offense going at that point, and defensively, we were a lot better in the second quarter than we were at the start of the game. Obviously, a little rough start, something like 10-0 or something against us. But we kept our composure. We knew there's a lot of time left, and we were kind of missing some easy shots at the beginning of the game. But LA is competing really hard right now. They want that last playoff spot. It's nice for us to be able to get the win, especially without Leash.
Coach, right before Jordin left the room, she said Bree Jones deserves to be on an all WNBA team. She said, quote me on that. And so I wanted to ask you, what do you think about that statement? One, and then two, what do you think of Bree's play as of late?
Yeah, well, I second that. I think she's one of the 10 best players in the league. So if they have first and second team, she should be on it. I mean, she competes. I mean, she's physical, how hard she works every single game, like to bang the way she does. And then I think her defense has really improved throughout the season. So she's been great for us. And, as usual, Jordin is right.
Coach, it was great to have Jordan back. Since she's been back, talk to me a little bit about how you use her speed as a weapon on the floor offensively.
Yeah, I want her to get it and go. I mean, she's fast. She puts the defense on its heels. Uh, uh, she attacked the rim really well today. She had a lot of balls roll in and out. Like she could have had a huge game today. Didn't quite finish as well as I'm sure she would like, but you saw her, finding her space, getting to the rim. And we want her to continue with that.
Coach, 3 minutes, 10 seconds into the game, you swapped out Powell for Maya, and Maya just defensively, offensively, crashing the board just really made a difference. Like she seems to every single game. Can you just talk about her contributions a little bit as that key player for you?
Yeah, Maya's playing really well. She's a really good defender, and she is someone who can hit a three. She can take it to the rim, and she's an aggressive offensive rebounder. And so she's flying in there a lot, getting a second chance opportunities. Um, this year, like we've had a guard injured and out at different points just about the whole season. And Maya has really stepped up and given us solid minutes whenever that has happened. And we really appreciate having her.
Coach, what was the game plan? Because if you look at it, 24 assists to 10 turnovers and 5 players in double figures, is it still continuing the Smesko way of getting the ball and moving it around and getting to whoever the open man is or open lady is?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely times where we feel like there's a matchup that we want to go to, and that's when we'll, call set play to try to manipulate the defense and get the matchup we want. But most of the time, we just want the ball moving. We have a lot of good players who are capable of having big nights. And so if we just move and the ball moves with it and we understand how and where we want to attack, it could be somebody's night to go off for 25 and somebody else's night the next night. I mean, you just, if the ball just keeps moving, it'll eventually find the defense's weakness.
My last one. I've been told by fans when JC hits the ground, they hold their breath. Is that a consistent for everybody, or are you just that's the way she plays?
Honestly, I would like all of us to hit the ground a little less. I know that sometimes it's fouls, sometimes it's embellishing to get a foul, but uh, I would like us to be on the floor less because if you, especially in the playoffs, you don't get these calls a lot, and now it's transition opportunities the other way. So uh, hopefully, hopefully we can be in situations where we can create a little bit bigger advantage going to the rim, so that we don't have to end up on the ground quite so much.
Coach, how do you ensure that you guys kind of keep your foot on the gas, especially in that second half, and don't let the big lead kind of just let you guys get lackadaisical?
I thought there were really good moments in the second half, and then I thought there was some moments of sloppiness, like we were getting uh, a little cute with some things rather than really executing. And I think you have to guard against that at all times. Like uh, this LA team is really explosive. I mean, the last game they played before ours, they were down 17 in the second half to Seattle and just would not quit and came all the way back and won the game. So as soon as you start to relax a little bit, or all of a sudden your shot selection gets a little loose, uh, now somebody hangs an 8-0, 10-0 run on you and they start feeling really good. And then their defense picks up. And then, uh, if your next two shots don't go in, you get tight. Like these almost, not every day, but a few times a week, there's somebody coming back from 15 down in the second half. Like you just have to go possession by possession.
How do you manage that at the end of the game? We saw with about 2 minutes left, LA brought in Alyssa Pilley, Jolie Van Loo, some of their kind of bench players. And then we looked, there's like at 112, you're like, okay, I can go ahead and bring everybody in. Like, how do you kind of manage that as a coach, knowing when to remove the starters
Yeah.
and bring in the bench?
I would like to do it right when she did it, but no, it was about 10. Like I've seen 10-point swings, and like the players that are being brought in are good offensive players. I mean, I know they didn't get a lot of run before that, but you don't, I like to make sure the thing is solid. You don't want something, silly to happen. So it'd have been good to do it right at 2 minutes when she did it, but 10 points, that's too close.
We'll jump to Wilton on Zoom. Good to go, Wilton.
Congrats on the win, coach. I have a two-part question. You guys get 17 points off turnovers from the Sparks. What did you think about that? And then two, if you had to give this game a grade, how would you assess it?
Well, it was good to force some turnovers. Uh, they didn't turn it over a lot, but some of the turnovers were live ball turnovers that we were able to get runouts and some easy baskets. And I always think those are big plays when you're able to do that. Uh, grading this one is a little uneven. I thought both teams missed some shots that they normally make. We got fortunate. They got some open threes that they would normally make. They didn't make it. We had some layups that we didn't make. Uh, you always will give it a good grade, I guess, if you win. But I definitely think that we're gonna need to play better the next time we play them. They were in a tough situation. They've been playing a bunch of games and had to come all the way over from the West Coast. I'm expecting an even tougher game 2 days from now.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you Friday.
Thank you.